Well, it's been several months since the PRS MT100 has been released, and I've seen everything from massive disappointment to amazing amplifier worth the wait, and then everything in between on Facebook and other gear groups and videos and stuff like that. So let's take a second look at it and see what we think about it now after the hype has kind of died down a little bit, and now we can let a little bit of reality set in and take a real honest look at the amplifier. Let's get started. Well, thanks for joining me for this video, guys. It's been a while since I've done a video, and it's good to be with you again. I've been busy with my other business, washing buildings and stuff. So enough of that. So I was at Motor City Guitar the other day, and I saw this on the shelf, and I asked Marty, I'm like, hey, do you think I could take this home and take a second look at it? He's like, yeah, absolutely. So, and I asked him, I said, how were sales of this thing? And he said they flew off the shelves when they first came out, so it was pretty good. But like I said in the intro, I've seen a lot of different opinions about this amplifier, you know, on Facebook, especially in some of the gear groups, like, oh man, you know, I was hoping it would be this, or it's not this enough for me, or not that enough for me, or whatever. And I've also seen people say that it sounded amazing and they were very happy with it. So, you know, I think the problem is when we wait too long for something, the hype gets too big. You know, I mean, the reputation of the amplifier tends to precede itself in such a way where when this thing comes out, it's going to cure cancer and solve world hunger and be the best sounding amp ever. And it can happen. I've seen it happen with other pieces of gear on the market, and that's, again, the problem with things taking too long in the developmental stage. And I'm not saying that, you know, they took their sweet time over at PRS, and Mark Tremonti took a sweet time with it. I'm just saying that, you know, between the time it was announced that he was coming out with it and the time that it was released, it was a long time. So anyways, let's take another look at this. So I'm going to skip over channel 2 because that's pretty much flyover country for me. I don't even know what to do with that channel. I'm not a Dumble guy. I don't play that kind of stuff. So let's start with the clean channel. And as you can see, I have everything pretty much at noon, EQ-wise. And I'm going to be playing it through my Mesa 212 with vintage 30s, and it has the Royer 121 and Shure SM57 on it. So let's go ahead and fire up the amp now and just, you know, dial it in real quick without effects, and then I'll dress it up afterwards when I get a good tone out of it. Here we go. Actually, that sounds really good, and you can hear a little bit of a hum there. So that's just an inherent thing with these amps. And I even have it hooked up to my HumX input, you know, so that should help it. But yeah, there's a little bit of hum here, but whatever. It's not anything that's a deal breaker. But it actually sounds really good with the controls right here. But I'll dial it in a little further, just see if I can sweeten it up a bit, and then we'll add effects. Yeah, that's actually really good. So just nudging the presence and bringing the middle back a little bit and just nudging the treble just a hair seemed to give it that chime I was looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Julia chorus and the flashback delay. Let's see what we have now. That sounds really good. Let me switch that off there. That sounds really good, nice and dreamy and chimey and full. It's got a great clean channel. I would record with this any day of the week. I think it just sounds phenomenal. So now let's switch over to the high gain channel. And what we're going to do is, Let me put these back. I did a sound check with it real quick, so I'm going to put these back to where they were. And I think it sounded really good like that. We're going to start off with the overdrive off. I'm just looking at my pedal board to make sure I don't have any overdrives on. We're going to start out with the overdrive pedal off and get a really good tone out of it, and then I'll piss off all the little boost Karen crybaby bitch asses and turn on a boost pedal that I think is suitable for this amp, and then dial it in further. So here we go. Okay, so sounds pretty good, but a little bit woolly and probably too much bass, so I'm going to adjust some things here and just try to tighten it up as good as I can and see what I can get out of it. I want some more aggression, a little more tightness, and a little less woolliness. Yeah, actually that sounds pretty freaking good. So here are the settings that I use. I nudged the gain a little bit, treble. This amp can be a little dark like its predecessor, so it's okay to nudge a few things. But I will say you can get a great tone out of this with very little knob turning, you know. And again, the overdrive's off right now. So let me play a few more riffs with it like this, and then we'll make all the little boost babies cry. Okay, sounds good. So I'm going to choose, I think in sound check, the precision drive sounded really good with this. So I'll go ahead and choose that pedal, and I'll turn it on while I'm playing, and you can hear how it affects the amp. All right, for my taste, that definitely responds to my playing a lot better. Got more aggression, a little more bite to it, but it hollowed out a hair, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the bass back up and adjust a few other things if necessary. Man, that sounds pretty damn good to me anyway. So here are the settings right here. And nudge the gain back a little bit. Let's push the gain a little bit more and see if we can get some more fullness out of it. Let's just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, definitely has the goods regarding leads and stuff like that. Let me check on the back here. I don't know if there's an adjustment for the effects loop level or not. I can't remember. Let me see. No adjustment. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had everything set up right here. Okay, so yeah, I think this thing sounds pretty damn good, you know. I mean, like I said, the hype was crazy with this amplifier because, I mean, obviously PRS is an amazing company. They make great stuff. The PRS MT100 took the market by storm, had lots of great things said about it. I still have mine. I think it's a great amp, especially for the price. So everybody was expecting the MT100 to be like this life-saving, world-changing thing. And I think that everyone's expectations were higher than what is, you know, what reality could deliver because it took so long and because they spent so much time tweaking everything and all that kind of stuff. But I think the amp is really good. It's kind of nice to let things settle a little bit and come back with realistic expectations with things. I mean, you know, it's weird. Like, there's times I come down here and sound check and everything sounds great. And then I go upstairs, have dinner, come back down and shoot the video and everything sounds like, oh my God, the guitar is way too loud. What the hell was I thinking? Because I had a chance to rest my ears a little bit and come back down with fresh ears and hear things again. And then I make adjustments. So what was once awesome to me is now a mess and I got to, you know, clean it up and figure it out. And I think that that's what happens with us sometimes. We're so in the mix with everything, you know, with the hype and all that, that we're not thinking clearly when we check something out that finally is released. And it's nice to kind of put it on the shelf, take a second look at it later with fresh ears and a fresh perspective and go, all right, let's see what this thing really has to offer now that the hype's all died out and I can take a more realistic approach to it. And I really think the amp is very good, you know. Again, I've heard everything from, you know, total disappointment to amazing and everything in between. And I'm digging the amp right now. I really am, you know. So let's go ahead and do a full mix with it. I'll just do something kind of basic for you guys. I'm just getting back to playing myself. I haven't played guitar more than once a week for the last 3 months. So forgive me for the basic bitch mix today, but I got to keep it simple for my own sanity. So here we go. Man, that sounds freaking awesome if you ask me. The chugs are amazing. They're really aggressive and gnarly sounding. I mean, I'll just play some of the stuff isolated here for you so you can hear that. I mean, I think it sounds killer. I don't know, man. Thing sounds really freaking good. So, I mean, is it the best amp in the world? I mean, that's, you know, there's no such thing. It all depends on what you think. So what do you think of this amplifier? And if you own it, are you glad you kept it? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? For me, the only thing I don't really like about this amp is channel 2, because if I buy it, I'm kind of paying for that, and I would never use that channel. I just think it sounds weird. It's kind of dull, and I know it's a Dumble-esque type channel, and Mark Tremonti, I mean, the way he plays, he likes that channel for certain things, and I can't fault him for that, because he's a million times better player than I am. So we all have different tastes, but again, what do you like? What do you don't like about it? What do you don't like about it? Whatever. What do you not like about it? My grammar sucks. But I think it has a great clean and a great high gain lead rhythm channel. I would use it. I would record with it. I would, proudly play on stage with this. I think it sounds really freaking good. And truth be told, I mean, Mark has the prototype versions, which maybe they use some different components on, and these are the production models, which obviously they use, if that's the case, they'll use different components in these. They're built in China, but I honestly think, all that being said, it still sounds really good. I like the feel, the sound, the features. It's simple. It's easy to dial in a good tone. I didn't have to call NASA or learn how to walk on water to dial this thing in. It was pretty simple and straightforward. It takes a boost like a champ. Again, I think the Horizon Devices Precision Drive worked really well with it. And if you want something even more gnarlier with it, use the Grid Slammer with the tone knob cranked all the way up. That really adds some nastiness to it. In fact, I'll show you that really quick. So I'll start with the boost off, and then when you see me reach down and turn on the Grid Slammer, and you'll hear how nasty it gets. Yeah, that adds even more aggression to it. And again, you got to crank the tone knob all the way up on it to get it to do that, but it does work really well. Well, anyways, I want to thank Motor City Guitar for allowing me to take this home so I can do another demo of it for you guys. And I've done other videos with this as well. I've done the initial first impressions video, and I did a shootout between this and several of my other amps, and it actually had a really good standing with those other amps as well. So go ahead and look at those videos and check those out if you're curious about that. But let me know what your thoughts are about the amp. Looking forward to seeing your comments in the comments section. So if you're having second thoughts about this amplifier, maybe it's worth a second look so that you can make a final decision on it. So anyways, thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone who have been purchasing my Quad Cortex, ToneX, and KEMPER packs on my website, linked below. I really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the positive feedback I've been getting on those. And by the way, I actually have a Quad Cortex pack of this amp available on my website, and people are really digging it. So they came out really good. So I hope you guys check those out if you're a QC player. To all my Patreon supporters and subscribers, thank you guys so much. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click the bell so that you don't miss upcoming episodes and live streams. I got a lot more stuff coming up for you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.